Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who know Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, this guy right here, see that guy right there, or this guy right here? Raise your hand. Does anybody know Dr. Joe Dispenza's work? Put your hands up. Welcome, everyone. I'm Paul Atkinson, and today we're going to talk about how to get my first listing. We have a nice audience here today, so it's going to look good and it's going to feel good. So put your hands up. Oh, in the chat. Okay. So help me out here. Yes, Cheryl, you are aware of Dr. Joe Dispenza. Great man. I mean, because it's all about manifestation. And many, many years ago, somewhere about 30 years ago, when I started my sales career, I had to learn the hard way. I was suffering. I couldn't make any deals happen. And I had to learn that if you actually dream like a child and imagine that you're going to get the deal, guess what? You'll get the deal. Can you imagine that? But who teaches you that? Quite interesting, isn't it? My name is Paul Atkinson. On the screen, you could see me there. For those of you who don't know me, the book that is in front of you, it is called The 5 Steps to the Sale. I'm not here to promote the book. I'm here to let you know that it's at your disposal. You could also reach me for support by WhatsApp. Down here, you can see the number 954-461-1786. So when we give you some tips today, you are going to be left hanging. You're going to need more help. I can guarantee that. However, we're here for you. We're not here to sell you anything. We just want to see you grow your business. It's time to grow. And we're going to tell you just how you can get a new listing. Over the next 30 minutes or 40 minutes, you're going to discover some of the things that you can do to get a brand new listing today. So how many of us would like to get a new listing today? Let me put your hands up. This is very interactive, guys. So I want all the hands to go up. Okay. So Benisa, please tell me, is everybody raising their hands or not? Because I want to know that.
Absolutely.
All right, good. And then Jen, are you here? Because I need you to monitor. Heather, I see Heather. Thank you. That's my staff there. If you ladies would be so kind to stay in the chat and just kind of slow me down and say, Paul, we have a question, then let's get it answered because I'd like to do that. I want to acknowledge everybody that's here. So we're going to get into how to get my first listing. So what's the objective today? What are we really going to achieve in the next 30 minutes? You're going to see that we're going to achieve these things. And I need a volunteer to come up and show that we are alive. One person, please come to the stage. Who would that be? We're waiting for you. Come up here. Please state your name and where are you from? What city are you in? See something in the chat. Let me take a look. And who's my volunteer? Me, George. Okay, George, would you please unmute your mic and Basenia, could we let him in the stage, please?
Am I here?
Okay. Hey, George. Welcome.
How are you? Welcome.
Thank you so much for coming today and to see how to get your first listing. And George, where are you? What part of the world are you in?
I live in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Wonderful, beautiful place up there. I love Canada. I visited Toronto. So, George, how long have you been a realtor?
I've been in business for 35 years, and I specifically, in my industry, I have a company called Buyers Broker, so I specifically represent buyers. I would say 90%, that's where my income is derived from, 90% of buyers.
That's wonderful. I just coached a gentleman, and he said that, he prefers 70% of his business and focus to be on the buyers and 30% on the sellers because he just loved dealing with the buyers. I totally understand how you feel. Yeah. George, today we are going to talk about these 4 things. Would you be so kind to read them from top to bottom? What are we going to talk about? Learn what?
Learn how to think outside the box and have fun working.
Right.
See, hear, and feel the skills you have. Learn what to do, go and get a new seller listing now. Learn 5 proven techniques.
That is what we're going to do today. And thank you so much, George. And, later on, we're going to need someone to do a demo. Maybe we can have another person to volunteer. But, George, if you're the one, I sure do appreciate you. Thank you very much. There's going to be time also for Q&A at the end. So whatever it is, if you really, really must, I will stop and I will answer that question. And then we're not going to drift away too far, we're going to get right into it. But this is very structured, that you're going to walk away with these things. You're going to learn how to think outside the box and have fun while doing your work. I'm going to give you some really good tips of how I was able to get my first listing and my first deal over 30 years ago. Right now, we're running very good with business just coming in. So, my tested and proven roadmap for you. That's what brought you here. You want to know that. What is my tested and proven roadmap? Well, how do you get your first listing? We're going to show you how to complete the sphere exercise. It's a technique that we use with people that we know. We're going to show you how to schedule drive time and do what is called PDC. That's personally developing contacts in your neighborhoods. And you're going to have fun doing it. We're going to show you how to do the Paul 5 on every open house that you do. And you're going to have fun doing it because it's fun. And my favorite, of course, we're going to show you how to do the door knocking and expired listings and where to get these free leads from. Very simple, very easy. And finally, you can sign up for listing referral companies, and they're out there. Down on the bottom of the screen, you're going to need support. And when you do, it's great for you to WhatsApp, or also in the chat. I believe, Benicia, have the link, but I will go ahead and put it in there as well. Inside of the chat, you will have here to everyone. Take a look inside of the chat. There is a link. That's for your support right there. You can click on that link and open it up and just have it ready, just in case you choose and you see that you need help. We're here for a growth call. Next, getting support. I just put it in your box. See that link there? Make sure that you have it. So let's talk about number one. All right. First thing, how to complete the sphere exercise. Well, what would be the sphere exercise? Can anybody tell me, when you think of the word sphere exercise, what would that be? What would be the sphere exercise? Come on, tell me. Market, people that you know. Yep, Tara Pembroke. That's a pretty nice name. City. Reach out to the family, friends. Yes, you're absolutely correct. So here's what I'm going to show you. And this is unprecedented. We don't normally do this. We only do it to our students that are inside our coaching. And this information that you're about to see is phenomenal. So now, everybody can see my screen here, correct? Everybody can see the screen? Yes? I need someone to raise their hands. Can you see the screen? Somebody tell me. Yes? You seen the screen? There's a circle?
Yes, for showing.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. The sphere exercise is, this is you. Now remember, you could screenshot this, and this is priceless. And the sphere exercise says that you, George, Tara, you know 3 people very well. George, are you still around? Let's use George as a perfect example. George, if you're still around. Okay, this is you, right? Let's just pretend that you're just starting your real estate business, or it's been 30 years and you just kind of like wanting to get some fresh way of getting some brand new buyers. Let's pretend. Let's give me the name of somebody, just 3 people. I don't need a lot. 3 people that you know, and you have, without a doubt, their full name, first name, last name. You have their phone number because it's in your phone, and you probably have their email. Just give me the first initial of the first person. What would it be?
D as in Debbie.
D as in Debbie. Okay. And give me another one.
J as in John.
J as in John. Okay. And one more.
H as in Helen.
H as in Helen. Okay. The sphere exercise says that you would create a list of people. And the way you do it is you grab a sheet of paper, 8 by 11, blank sheet of paper, and you say, this is me. And you say, this is Debbie, this is John, this is Helen. And then you're going to say, okay, I got them. Then you're going to say, okay, my job is to get a virus going. I know if I know 3 people, these people know 3 people. You see, it's a virus. Now, there's a technique to this, and I can't go in depth because we're just giving you an introduction of what you need to do to stimulate your practice. When you make this phone call, you are to do 2 things. You need to do what is called, number 1, you should do the love talk. And number 2, ask the who question. Screenshot that. The love talk is you simply saying to Debbie, hi, Debbie, how are you today? How's everything? How are the kids? How's school? Oh my gosh, how's the weather? What's going on? It's what you know about Debbie. What makes you know her? Love talk from your heart. Love them up. And then after the love talk, you're going to say, Debbie, can I ask you a question? And she's going to say, yeah, sure. What is it? She's going to be alarmed. And then you're going to say, you know, I'm a realtor, right? It's me, George, for 30 years. You know, I'm a realtor, right? Yeah. Debbie, who do you know that wants to sell their house today? Who do you know that wants to buy their house, sell a house, rent a house? If you want to go for all 3. But today we're talking about getting a new listing. So Debbie, who do you know that wants to sell their house today? The market is phenomenal. I'm doing a campaign right now, and I'm helping people to grab that equity and sell and move on and move up and move down. Who do you know? You see, guys, there's a trick to this. The typical realtor will say like this. Hi, Debbie. Do you know anybody that wants to sell their house? Do you know? Psychology shows that when you say, do you know, to the listener is automatically putting their hands up like saying, no, that's a solicitation. No. When you change it to, my dear, can I ask you, who do you know? It makes it feel as if they owe you something. They're going to search. They might even say to you, George, when you say, who do you know? Debbie might say, I don't know. I can't think of it. Then all you have to do is just basically push her a little bit by saying, hey, listen, Debbie, don't you work with that guy over there? Don't you work with a guy at the post office named Sam? Oh, yeah, Sam. Do you think he might want to sell his house? You work with Sam, right? And then you also work with Jane. I heard you talk about Jane. And then don't you know some people from the church, that pastor so-and-so? You help stimulate the mind. When they give you these 3 people right here, and you get their name, email, phone number, or just their name and phone number, when you go in, you're going to make the introduction. Hi, I am a dear friend of Dee, and she felt that what I have to say to you is of value, and you start to make that introduction. So this is brief, but that's the number 1 way that you can get a listing today. So I see a lot of yeses on the screen right now. This is good stuff, isn't it? Wonderful. Do the sphere exercise. You're going to complete the sphere exercise. It will just demonstrate it to you. You want to learn that, and you want to make sure you use it. That's number 1 way to get a listing today. Number 2 is for you to schedule drive time. I had fun doing this, and I still love it to today. I can remember it was so wonderful. Schedule drive time. So now, PDC, personally developed contacts. So I can remember, and I love it. I love it. Listen to me carefully. Listen, look at me, listen. Drive time is when you get into your car, you pack some fruits, you get some water, whatever it is, and you say to yourself, you know what, this neighborhood, I'm going to drive it up and down like a politician. And I'm going to go down this street, and anybody that I see, I'm going to make sure that I have at least 25 cards, business cards. And when I see that person, I'm going to get out of my car, because you see, you might see somebody cutting the grass. You might see somebody watering the grass or doing something outside. And you stop in the car, have on uniform. Don't act as if you're going to rob the people and make them feel bad. You should have on a name tag or something that says you are a realtor, or your car has a magnet so they can identify and not be afraid. They know it's just a realtor. You step out the car because you're going to move quick. Hi, good afternoon. Hey, how are you? Hi, my name is Paul Atkinson. I'm the best realtor right here in the community, and I just wanted to say hello to you. Oh, hi. Yes, how you doing? Okay, good. I just want to ask you, who do you know that would like to sell their house, because we have a lot of buyers and there's a lot of equity. People can really get a lot of money right now. Would you consider to sell your property? I have a lot of buyers that I can bring into this because I have access to what's called the MLS. You're not lying. It's true. You have a lot of buyers. They're in the MLS. When you put it in the MLS, you got a lot of buyers. That's drive time. You drive and you see people and you talk to them. I've done it. But you got to pick the time out, though. If you're going to do it on a Saturday morning, you got to think about it just before the sun gets too hot. Or if you're in Montreal, Canada, you don't want to get it when it's cold and there's snow out there. Or maybe you do want to do that. It's totally up to you. But you drive by, you see people, and you approach them. When you approach them, the key is do not look like you are going to make them afraid. You have to have on a uniform. I would suggest get a tag on the car, something like that. That's very important. Now, that was number 2. Let's get back to the screen here. How many of us are feeling this so far? Put your hands up. What do you think about what I'm saying? Give me some feedback. What do you think? 2 things so far. Somebody come to the stage. George, what do you think? Hands up. You like that? Who else likes what we're saying so far? I need some feedback. I'm going to be needing a volunteer. Who would be the volunteer that will be coming up? Get ready to speak. 2 things we talked about so far is the sphere exercise. Have anyone ever seen anything like that? Feedback. We have a chat here. Yes. Vert, important, not fear to get to the client. Okay, good. Thank you, George. Anybody else? Tom, Tara, have you ever seen anything like the sphere exercise before? Guys, this is very interactive. We need you to speak up. Got a lot of yeses there. Good. How do you guys feel about approaching people and doing the love talk first? I like the identification comment. Okay, time where safety, concern, and name tag is held. Okay, very good. Of course, Tanisha. You got to be, got to wear your name tag. Got to identify yourself. Good. All right, let's keep going. That was number 2. Number 3, you want to do the Paul 5 on every open house. How many of us have read my book? Has anybody read the book and can tell me what the Paul 5 is? Do we have anyone here? Sounds good. I've never gone into the community and done that, but I foresee. Okay, good job. Tara, get into the community and do that. It's amazing. You got to put in the work. Does anybody can imagine what the Paul 5 would be on an open house? What is the Paul 5? Any comments? I'm going to show you something here. Okay, don't know. All right. How many of us do open houses here? Do you feel that when you do open house, you can get a listing, or you're not sure how to do that? Let's clear this. The Paul 5 is pretty simple, right? This is your listing. Can everybody see the screen? What I'm drawing right now?
Yes, Paul, we can.
Thank you very much. Okay. So this is your listing, and I'm going to put me. That's your listing. Right next door to it, unless it's a corner house, there is another house. That's on the left when you're inside of it, or if you're facing it, that's on the right, and there's another house to the left. This is the roadway, and then across the street, you're going to have, typically, there would be another house right about here. They're not usually right in front of each other. So if you notice, it's like there's usually about 3 more houses across the street. Do you get the drift, people? My dear realtor friends all over the world, do you get the drift? The Paul 5 is, this is your listing. This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. And this is number 4. This is number 5. But guess what? You know what's funny about this part? You have the right to call the seller's name. How psychologically, you are not going to be scared. My folks, my dear friends, when you do the Paul 5, it means that this is your open house that you're doing over here. And 1 hour before the open house or 1 hour after the open house, you're going to get your one-page flyer, which Miss Jen, can you show that one-page flyer on the board for us now? If you can show it on the screen. We're going to, you're going to take a one-page flyer and your detailed view of your property, or basically the flyer for your property showing the pictures. You want the multiple pictures, right? Flyer for your listing. And you want what we call a one-page flyer. And Jen, you're there to show the flyer. That would be good if Jen can show it for us, right? The one-page flyer, thank you, please put it on the screen, is why list with you. I learned that many, many years ago. It will help you to get your listing. Are you allowed to share it on the screen? Benisa, can Jen share something for us?
Yep.
Thank you.
I can.
Okay, perfect. So look at this one-page flyer. Remember, screenshot it, guys. Screenshot it. Do whatever you can. I didn't say 2 pages. I didn't say 3 pages. I said one-page flyer. Zoom it in, Jen. Spread it and bring it closer for us. Spread it, please. Bring it closer. Make it bigger. And go down so they can see from the top. Yeah, go up, I'm sorry, so they can see from the top. Why list with George? Broker, whatever, realtor. Why list with Tara? And then what do sellers want? You could probably use that if you want to. So our little introduction to get them really motivated. And then your brokerage firm, what are the 5 top things that your brokerage firm would offer, or 5 to 7 things to your brokerage firm would offer a seller? Put it on the list and just write it up. Hey, listen, free market analysis, marketing your property, rapid response technology, attracting buyers directly to you. Whatever comes to your mind, make it. And then go down. Jen, let's go down. And you're going to show your face. Go down, Jen, and the logo of your company, all the way down, all the way down. Thank you. You got to be compliant. So you got to put your logo. And then you have to show your face. Now, listen, the thing about marketing is a lot of realtors will do a full body image. No. The buyer, the seller, they need to see your eyes. They want to be able to trust you. Make sure your image is a headshot, not a body shot. Headshot. So that means that the client can say, oh my gosh, I feel like I could trust. Look at his smile. There's something about this guy. I think I could trust this guy. You want to build trust. So it's important that they could see who they're dealing with, nicely professionally done. The website is there, and the phone number, how to reach you, call or text me. Invoke them to call or text me. One-page flyer, why list with you, and the detailed view. You're going to need that. Jen, you could stop sharing the screen. Thank you very much. Very important, very vital that you have that, because when you are working in your marketplace and you're doing that P5 that we just mentioned to you, you're going to knock on the door of these houses. Let me share back my screen again. These are the houses here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to door 1 and you're going to say, hello, good afternoon. And you're going to hold up the one-page flyer and the detailed view, those 2 flyers in your hand, and have one ready to shake a hand or give a fist pop. And you should have a name tag or some kind of t-shirt that says you're a realtor, got to represent. And you say, hello, good afternoon, how are you? Very happy, smiling. And you're going to say, hey, listen, I'm Paul Atkinson, and I'm with such and such, and I just listed Jane and Sarah's house right next door, and I brought you pictures for you to see inside of the house. And then you ask that question, who do you know that would like to move to this area? Or are you thinking about selling as well? I'll be delighted to work with you. And you go and you do that to this house. You do that to this house. This one, and some of my agents that I train, they will go and they'll just love it, and they start to do 20 houses on the block. And they're all the way down the street calling this person's name right here because they don't care. The secret is to call the name to slow your heart from beating because you're typically afraid. We all are. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. So let's continue on as we move through the other items, the other two items that you can do to get your listing. My favorite is for you to do a door knock on expired or canceled listings. How do you get a canceled listing expired? You're going to go into your MLS and you are going to go ahead and pull up the expired and active listings inside your MLS, and you're going to go ahead and set a search alert for yourself, so much so that you will receive every morning, you'll wake up and you're going to see an expired or canceled listing in your inbox, because you put the city that you want, price range that you want, the areas that you know you can door knock on, not apartment complexes like condos, but it's a single family home, not gated, so you can easily go in there and don't have to worry about getting through the gate. So be strategic. When you do this, you do the same thing as the P5, but you just can't call the name. You don't have the ability to say, oh yeah, I just listed this house. No, I am the best realtor in this marketplace. And we have a script for that. And you could get that when you set up a growth call with us or WhatsApp me. We'll send it straight to you. No obligation. The script helps you to go knock on the door and say, hey, I'm the best realtor right here in this community. And I noticed that your property just expired or canceled. And I just want to know, do you still want to sell it? I am amazing. I could do an amazing job. Is this a good time? That's it. That is the script. What more can I tell you about that? The next thing is, and the final thing, and then we're going to dip into a little demo, is you're going to finally, you want to sign up for listing on referral companies. I don't know in Canada what they would have, but I know inside the United States, there are several companies that will allow you to sign up with them at no sign up cost. I don't recommend that you pay any sign up fees or anything like that. Just get in there, sign up with them, and they will send you the seller leads. Find out who they are. Maybe Google in your area and say, hey, listen, who can I have? How can I get seller leads? Please give me the script again. Okay. All right, Nicole. Okay, gotcha. Jen, is there any way we can grab that script and put the link inside of the chat? I know. Okay, agent locator, Facebook. Okay, cool. George, thank you, George. So Jen, if you could go to one of the YouTube channels, grab the link for the script and just drop it in the chat. Let's see.
I can also share the webinar replay, Paul, maybe the one that we held about expireds, because I also saw a question here about expireds not being legal in Canada, and we did answer some questions in regards to that. So maybe we can share that as well.
Yeah, please, Benisa. That would be great, because I'm getting some mixed information over there, and Benisa is right. You know, some of the agents in Canada are saying it's not legal. Some are saying it is legal. So I don't understand. I mean, I think what we learned was you have to check your MLS to make sure that it says okay to solicit, something like that. There we go. All right. So there's a video that you could watch again, and that will help you to get that information. Okay. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Awesome. So sign up for the listing referral companies. That's very important that you can do that. Now, where are those? If you're in the States, I definitely could give that to you once we connect. All right, we need a volunteer. We're going to do a live demo on how we can talk to a seller, because what's the point in you getting in front of somebody and not really making a connection, right? We're going to show you how to do that, and you're going to have selling skills, and it's very important that you have selling skills or sales skills. So who's the volunteer? Who do we have for a volunteer? Come on up. We're basically just going to do a little role play for a few minutes, and then we're going to end today's coaching or session today. Who is my volunteer? Come to the stage. We're going to do a little role play.
I invited Tara. Not sure if she's okay with talking.
Okay.
I'm here.
You're here, Tara?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Tara, all right. I love the last name, Pembroke, because we have cities here in South Florida called Pembroke Pines.
I know, I know. I just
Oh,
don't do anything yet in
oh,
the
where
pine.
are you from, Tara?
I am in South Florida. I am in Wellington.
Oh, wow, that is so cool. That is so cool. So cool. Thank you so much for being here. Right now, we're going to talk about something that's very vital and very important because here's the thing. You're going to go out right now. You're getting all these techniques, right? We are getting all these techniques. And here we are. We're going to go out and we're going to get all of this stuff. Look on the screen, right? We have all of these tips of how to get my first listing. You can get the sphere exercise. You can schedule drive-by. But do you notice one common thing about all of this, guys? What is it? You're going to have to interact with people. You're going to have some sales skills. And Tara and I are going to give you a little bit of demoing on that right now. And what we're going to take you through is what we call the 5 steps of the sale. All right? The 5 steps of the sale teaches you how, and this is the proven system that we told you we would give you. This is a demo, write it down, but just know that you have to dig deep, and this is something that you have to learn over time. You are already in your 30s and 40s and whatever, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. All these, we've had so many years of our life that we have to, in order for us to transform and develop the skill set, you're going to have to practice, 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 practice. We're here for you. Should you ever need us, just reach out. So the first thing you're going to see that I'm going to do is I'm going to do step 1 with Tara, and I'm going to make a conversation, and I'm going to get connected with her, get her to like me, to listen to me, right? And then I'm going to make her curious, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a presentation, right, of listing the property or whatever the case is, and then I'm going to bypass her objections, and then I'm going to close. So we might not go that far. I think for today, we're just going to get connected and make a person curious, right? Because we want to get more listings. So it's not going to be on the spot doing a listing presentation because we don't have time for that. We want to learn how to get connected one step at a time. All right, Tara. So here's what we're going to do. To make this thing work smoothly, I'm going to show my face. You're going to see, watch my body language, everything. And Tara, I'm going to say that I'm driving around and I'm looking for more listings. So I'm driving the neighborhood, right? So let's say I'm driving. And let's just pretend, Tara, that it's not hot outside. You're comfortable to be outside. And it's somewhere maybe 6 or 7 in the evening. And it's like right now, September, October. And I'm driving when it's like cool and comfortable. And you see me step outside the car, right? I pull the car over, and on the side of the car, it says PRA and Company Realtors or a magnet. So you know I'm a realtor. And then when I come up to you, you see me coming out the car, and we're going to role play right now and just be yourself. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. And here we go. I'm holding up like this. Hi, good afternoon. How are you, ma'am?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Very good, ma'am. My name is Paul Atkinson, and I'm the best realtor right here in the community. I just wanted to give you a card. Is that okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Wonderful. I see that you're here working in the yard, and I really love gardening too. My goodness, look at the plant. Did you do all of this yourself?
Well, not quite. I hired some help, but yeah, I love my garden.
Oh, me too. I mean, the bougainvillea that you have over there, I have some as well. Have you been in the community a long time? I hope I'm not disturbing you. I just wanted to say hello.
I've been here for a little while. I like it here. It's nice and quiet.
It is. It is so quiet. You see, I am one of the top realtors right here in the community, and my name is Paul. And your name, ma'am?
I'm Tara.
Tara. What a very nice name. I have some friends by the name of Tara. They live in Plantation Acres, and they used to be my neighbors. And very good. I mean, her husband, David, is a sport fisherman. So I'm sure that's not you because I would have remembered the face. So, wow, Tara, I had a quick question. I really want to introduce myself. I hope I'm presentable for you, that I'm the best realtor.
So
Who do
far,
you know
good.
that would like to sell their house because there's so much equity in all these houses? Are you considering to sell?
I've thought about it, but maybe not right now. But my husband and I, we've talked about it for a bit. I don't know anybody right now, to be honest.
That's totally understandable.
I'll have to think about it some more.
Yeah, Tara, well, you know what? I appreciate you saying that. And I tell you what, I really like you and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk to you. And should you become interested in the future, would you consider me first? Is it possible?
Maybe.
Yeah, yes. This is awesome. Tara, I have an amazing system. That's why I'm one of the number one realtors. May I get your name and email? And no pressure, because what I'm going to do is just put you inside of my private client website. And I will send you once a month, you and your husband, just so we could stay connected. You'll see my picture. You'll know it's me. I'm going to give you a report of what's going on in this community. Is that okay? Would that be of value to you?
Definitely. I'd appreciate that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Tara, I'm ready. What is how it's Tarra? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and what would be the last name? Is that okay?
Pembroke?
Pembroke. You mean like the city? Pembroke Pines?
That's
That's nice. I will never forget you. And what is your email, Tara?
It's my first name underscore last name at yahoo.com.
Got it. All right. And is it okay for me to stay in touch with a phone number? Is that okay?
Yeah, why not?
Awesome. All right. And what's the phone number?
561-335-9798.
Thank you so much, Tara. Okay, wonderful. Again, I'm Paul Atkinson, your best realtor right here. And when I get back to the office, I'll just get you in my private. You're going to see a welcome email from me. And every once in a while, I will just go ahead and send you an update. And if there's anybody, what about a neighbor over here? Are you friends with them? I don't mind knocking on the door just to say hello, if that's okay with you. What's their name?
I think that they're George and Sarah.
George and Sarah. Okay, wonderful. Well, I sure do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. I'll see you soon. Bye, Tara.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure. Okay, I need some feedback. Tara, what do you feel happened there? How was that? Have you ever experienced anything like that?
Definitely. I think it's important to make that connection. The first thing should never be, promoting yourself so much as it is just trying to make a connection, finding something that the person can relate to and using that as your, because that's how you stay relevant. That's how you stay connected to the person. And then, just branch off into, introducing yourself more specifically like you did. So I liked it.
Wonderful. So what we did was 2 steps, right? Proven system for more than 30 years. We did 2 steps, Tara and audience. What we did was this one here. Let me get this thing out of my way. Get out of my way. Okay, wait, I have to stop this. We did the conversation. And in the conversation, you want to get your client to like you, to listen to you. Because if they don't, if they're listening to you is very important. They have to like you and listen to you. So this is it right here. Number 1, conversation. I had good conversation with her. Tara is right. I made a connection. I complimented her gardening. I related to her. I wasn't bullshitting. Okay? Don't bullshit. Speak from your heart. I truly like flowers, guys. I like to plant. Find what's in your heart, and that's how you could connect with the people in 2 seconds. And then I went on to get her to listen to me because I said to her, and I showed myself as being a professional realtor. The car had a magnet. I was holding up my business card like, listen here, I just wanted to give you this. And I was standing back and just ask permission. Is it okay? This is a technique that is proven. Conversation. There's a lot more to it. When you're in conversation, there's 3 ways to get somebody to like you. It's the association technique, the mirroring technique, and psychological reciprocity. We cannot go deep right now, but you have to learn how to make good conversations. Now, Tara, did I make you curious about my services?
I think so.
Curious.
The fact that you mentioned, there's obviously, when somebody says I'm the best, really, why do you, so in the back of your mind, you're thinking, well, I'm gonna go check this person out. So the fact that you're freely giving your card means that you have confidence in what your abilities are. And so they'd be like, oh, okay, let me check this out. And so by the time you got to the point of offering to add me to your private client list, it's like, why not? I mean, it's something of value that you were providing, and not just trying to, bully your way into their life, sort of.
So true. Thank you so much, Tara. Anybody else? Give us a feedback. Somebody else come up here before we get moving the slide. Who else can give us a feedback? What do you feel you've seen? I'm looking at the chat, but I'm a slow reader. Everyone says good. Okay, no pressure. You left a message and opportunity to have the potential buyer remember you. That's good. George, thank you. Any more comments? Someone, come up. We're waiting for you. 2 seconds. Brian, what do you see, Brian? What do you feel? Byron, excuse me, Byron. Byron, you may have to unmute. Yes, go ahead. Thank you.
You connected well.
Okay.
Connected well, and you asked for permission about the neighbor.
That's correct. Now, guys, listen to me very carefully. We are suffering as realtors. There's nobody out there teaching us this technique. No one. So the more you go out there and get these opportunities and lose them, it is critical that you stop today and focus on improving your sales skills. Sales skills. Talk to your broker. Talk to your mentor. Okay? You could reach out to us. We're here to help you. That's fine. You want to do it on your own. You want to watch tips. You gotta work on sales skills. You are sales people. You don't just come in here and just go to, oh, I'm going to sell my friend and my cousin. Even that, you got to know how to deal with them. Very important. Thank you, Byron. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Guys, we have to have this, okay? We got to have this. So let's move on and get this out of the way. Let's say annotate. Let's clear it and go to the next slide. In the box, remember, you're going to see the box inside of the chat for you to set up your road call. So let's finish this up and be on time so you can move on to your next event. I'm delighted to have you here. We talked about today how to get my first listing. And what we did was we gave you several things that you can do. Remember, you can do the sphere exercise. Do you remember that? Right? Go back, right? And where was it? Okay, the sphere exercise. Let's go back here. Put it on the screen again. This is what we did today, guys. We're wrapping it up right now. We're closing this out. Complete the sphere exercise. It's a friendship thing, right? Remember George talked about it. Everybody, we talked about it. But the secret to it is have the love talk first. Love talk. Put your heart into it. Ask them what's going on because they're very close to you. And then set in your mind that you want 3 people from them. Who do you know? And if they say, I don't know, then you say, come on, Susie, you work at the public supermarket. You're the manager. Who the heck manages the grocery section? Come on, girl, do me a favor. And they do that. And they just give me a name. Let me introduce myself. You know how it is. Come on, man, we go way back. Come on. Push them to get it. When you do get to the people that you don't know so well, get to know them and get connected. Get them to like you, listen to you, finding something that associate with them. Then we say you're going to do your schedule, your drive time. Remember I told you, take some water, take some apples, and it's fun. Play some music. I love reggae music. I'm jamming down the street and I see somebody. I'm already in a good mood. Get out the car and you're going to put the card up, business card in the air, and you're going to say, hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. I'm the best realtor right here in the community. How are you? What a pleasure to meet you. Whatever they're doing, cutting the grass, just outside sweeping up, it doesn't matter. Make a comment. Oh my gosh, I see you're in your shorts, huh? You're just hanging out today. I don't care. Find something. But this is technique, people, that you have to learn. And that is why we give you support so you can reach out to us. Do the Paul 5, same thing, knocking on the door, making connection. And remember, you have to learn how to make connections. You go into your MLS and you're going to pull up a search and make a search for yourself for the expired and canceled listings. When you set it to yourself, you're going to get emailed every day. Once those addresses come up, you go, hello, good afternoon. I am the best realtor right here in the community. You're just expired or canceled. Are you wanting to sell? I have buyers. And finally, sign up for listing companies. Now, as we wind this thing up, we know that we have to have some sales skills. And how do you get that? Well, you have to ask yourself here, what do you need in order to succeed? Really, ask yourself that today. In order for you to achieve getting your first listing, what do you really need? Is it you don't know how to set up the expired listings? No, you don't. You know how to do that. Are you afraid to do the sphere exercise calls? No, I'm sure you're not. But what about connecting with people? How can you learn that? That is something that you have to learn very quickly because it is what you really need, how to connect with people. So ask yourself, what is it that you need and how much of it do you need and how can you get it? Do you see and feel and hear what we were doing today in the 5 steps technique? Do you see it? Do you feel it? Ask yourself that. And if you do, then I want you to look at this in closing. Whether you think you can, or you can't, you're absolutely correct. It's up to you. That's what Henry Ford said. It's your mindset. What do you think you can do is totally up to you, right? And then this is something very nice that I heard Jordan Peterson says. He says, hey, you know what? You don't want to be the person that won't let go of the raft when someone comes to rescue you. Agent Locator is here to see you succeed. Reach out. Okay, we're here to see you blossom and grow. That is why we're here. I'm here to help you. So if you would like, just reach out to us and we can help you with that. Would you give them the flyer as well? Let's look, George. Yes, yes. Let's answer some of the questions in the chat. George, are you talking about the 1-page flyer? Ken, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to give them the 1-page flyer because that 1-page flyer. Jen, please put it on the screen one more time. Let's put it on the screen one more time. The 1-page flyer, if you didn't get it, you have to make it. I figured that out in 2003, I started doing my real estate. Man, I think by 2004, I just figured it out. I said, I need to be able to sell myself on paper. It's called an elevator pitch to the sellers in like 1 page. I mean, I've seen all these realtors got all these different pieces of paper. I just said to myself, man, Paul, you should do 1-pager. And I call it a 1-page flyer. I've mailed it out to expired listings. I've door knocked and I put it up. Jen, if you're there, please go ahead, put it up on the screen again. The 1-page flyer is phenomenal. You want to make it where it says at the top, my 1-page flyer. And the 1-page flyer says, hey, why list with me? And then it tells the reasons why, and it shows your image and it has your phone number to reach you, and it has a text message that they can text you, same phone number, and of course your website, because they're going to research you. The sellers are going to check you out. So that's important. What are the chat questions we have as we finish up? Nothing else? Anybody else? George? I was late due to the long appointment. Will there be access to the recording? Yes, there will be. Nice getting name, people in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, for sure. All good stuff. Is there any last comments before we go? I really appreciate you guys being here. It's the top of the hour. Until next time, Besenio, what would be the next time that I come on and what is the topic? For those of you, you're welcome. Thank you guys for participating. Until next time. When is the next time, Benicia? I think the 15th? I don't remember.
Give me 1 second, just checking it right now.
You are
It's
so welcome.
September 26th, and the topic will be convince clients easily. Do these 5 techniques.
Yay! So we got 5 techniques we're going to show you to convince them easily. It's going to be phenomenal on the 26th. And you are welcome, guys. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to click on the growth link inside of the chat. That growth link is for you to get my calendar and be able to just schedule yourself with me. So that's a really good thing. It's in the chat before we sign off. Click that link, open it up, and you can come and you can WhatsApp me, whatever is clever. Remember, go get a listing right now, but make sure you have some sales skills. That's the most important thing. And then, Benisa, don't you have the ability to give them a subscription where they can get buy from Agent Locator? They can get seller leads, can't they?
Absolutely. We do offer both Google and Facebook ads. So for anyone interested, you can get in touch with our support department at support@agentlocator.ca, and they'll make sure just to connect you with the appropriate department.
So wonderful. So remember, practice in the mirror, practice on people. You must have the ability to connect with people and make them curious. Connect, make them curious. Worry about the presentation when you get in there because it's one step at a time. I learned this, been 30 years now, I've been doing it. It's not easy. All right? 5 steps to the sale. Take care, guys. Until next time, I thank you so much for being here and cheers. Bye, everyone.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.